Love your yard with a new outdoor space from F&B Landscaping. From a new build to a new project in an existing yard, we listen and give you the yard you want within your budget. Lawns, water features, xeriscaping. We've got the artistic touch and technical know-how to bring the peak of Colorado outdoor living to your home. Reliable, trustworthy. Visit fblandscapes.com to schedule a free consultation today. Hello, crew. It is, well, it's Wednesday. Greetings to you. I am Matt Meister. You are watching Peaks2Plains Weather here on our day where we've got some really fun stuff happening for you here at Peaks2Plains Weather. A couple of things that we are going to do today. We are going to do our short-term forecast. We're going to let you know about a new person joining the Peaks2Plains Weather team, and we are really, really excited about that as we move through the next couple weeks, the next couple months here. We have appreciated your support. We are so grateful for it. And as we move over the next a couple minutes here, I'm going to let you know who's joining the team. We are super excited about that. Thanks for joining us here today. Let's talk about yesterday because it was a lot quieter than what we had over the region on Monday. We got this that came in yesterday. It was a little bit late, but this is from Kimberly up on County Line Road and Furrow. She had some pretty big hail, obviously, there on Monday. That is about 1.5 inches or so. And, you know, yesterday was a lot quieter because of cool air that we had over the plains. So you can see here on the radar estimated rain yesterday, we did get some storms over the eastern slopes of the mountains. And then as they moved away from the higher terrain, they hit this cap, this cool layer of air, and that cap held. Those storms fell apart pretty dang fast here. A cap is a warm layer of air. It's an inversion in the mid-levels of the atmosphere up above the boundary layer. And so as cumulus clouds try to grow, they run into that cap, and they can't kind of punch through it, and that convection can't grow. The same thing happens with existing storms that hit that cap. They lose the instability, and they fall apart. That's what we had yesterday because it was so cool. Nobody hit 80 east of the Rocky Mountains yesterday. It was a little bit warmer over the mountain valleys. Now, a little bit warmer, a degree or two, but Colorado Springs only hit 71 yesterday, so it was a lot different day. Today, as we wake up, well, we do have moisture in place. You can see dew points are still running in the 40s east of the mountains. Dew points have come up over the mountains as well. We are in the 30s. And that means we've got a chance of some thunderstorms out there today. Elsewhere across the region this morning, it is pretty comfortable. We're mainly sitting in the 40s over the mountains and valleys. Alamosa, the cool spot, at 42. Gunnison at 48. And a lot of us east of the mountains are in the 50s. And where the dew points are a little bit higher, we're in the 60s across the far eastern plains. So good morning to you from the peaks to the plains and everywhere in between this morning. It is a nice start to our day, and thanks for starting your day with Peaks2Plains Weather. So how are you guys? Everybody's checking in this morning. Julie says, quiet is good. That's how she's feeling this morning. Thanks for starting your day with us. And Mike's checking in this morning. He says, good morning, everyone. Mike, I appreciate you starting your day with us. Let's jump into the short-term forecast here because as we get our day underway, there are a couple things to talk about. It's a little bit different today compared to what we had yesterday. You see a couple showers in the southeast corner of the state. They're very light this morning, but they are associated with the main driver of our weather today. And it's an area of low pressure moving north out of New Mexico. That thing is going to move off to the northeast as we head through the day today. Any chance of severe weather is going to be off to the north and to the east of that area of low pressure. So I'm not expecting any of that here in southern Colorado. Even though our dew points as we hit the afternoon will still be around 50 over the far eastern plains. We'll drop a little bit as we mix the atmosphere over the mountains, but you can see we'll be pushing some of that moisture where we've got dew points in the upper 30s and 40s into the hills, and that combined with some moisture in the mid-levels of the atmosphere associated with that low is going to help develop some some storms out there as we move into the afternoon over the eastern mountains, and then we'll watch the far eastern plains, but mainly into western Kansas associated with that low. So as we hit the afternoon, we're a little bit warmer than yesterday, but crew, not by much. We're still only in the low 80s. Mountain areas with a chance of storms will drop a couple degrees, so we kind of go like this from what we had yesterday. That increase in temperatures is important for storms over the plains, but it may not be enough to break the cap. And I'm going to talk about what that means here and show you what that means as we head into the afternoon. So you see some of those showers coming up with that area of low pressure. Over the mountains, though, is where we'll see some thunderstorms develop. And watch here in the afternoon how they don't move all that fast. Between 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock, there's a little bit of an eastward drift with them. So if you get hit by one today, some moderate to maybe some heavy rain should be expected with them. And maybe some small hail to around a ½ inch or so in diameter. Storms might be a little bit stronger up around Denver today. They don't want any more thunderstorm activity of strength. I can tell you that after the hailstorm they had the other day. But notice through 3 o'clock how the eastern plains, even in southeastern Colorado, are pretty quiet. Now watch what happens as we move into the evening here. The storms continue to make a run to the east, but in southern Colorado, the ones that start to approach the interstate, you lose the yellow, which is representative of a stronger storm here in SkyCast. And on this model, they kind of fall apart as we move into the evening. And then we see some showers associated with that area of low pressure over Kansas. So we're still watching today because there's not a huge warm up in the temperatures about that cap, that warm layer in the mid-levels of the atmosphere and what that's going to do to thunderstorms. Let me show you another computer model here. I'll start at 4 o'clock and notice how it's a little bit more significant in moving the storms off to the east as we head into the evening. So it gets them farther away from the mountains, but this model has the same idea in the sense that it also weakens the intensity of the storms as it moves away from the higher terrain. So that's something to keep in mind here, something that I'm going to watch through the day. We'll do some updates here in the middle part of the day and kind of let you know what to expect on the thunderstorm chances as we move into the evening. So keep the Peaks2Plains Weather app handy, and we'll push those updates out to you. But you can see those updates anytime you want in the Peaks2Plains Weather 24-hour channel on Roku, in the Peaks2Plains Weather app, peaks2plainsweather.com. And of course, when we do things live like I'm doing right now, we push our live stream to social media. As we head into Thursday, starts off quiet. I mean, that's most of the time this time of year. The big difference for tomorrow is note the temperature jump east of the mountains. We get back into the 90s on the river. Colorado Springs, we're back into the 80s, so there's a noticeable change there. Mountains, we don't change all that much again. We're kind of flirting right around 80. But the difference tomorrow is that we start to get into a drying trend. And you see the clouds coming in from the west there on SkyCast. Now, there's still going to be enough lingering moisture around where we'll have a couple of storms develop over the mountain areas, and then those will move east late in the day. Certainly a better chance of storms, I think, over the plains late in the afternoon and evening tomorrow than today. Notice, though, how they're not all that strong. That's an effect of that drying trend. So that's kind of where we sit as of right now. And we'll talk more about that drying trend for the weekend coming up here in just a little bit. Anna says, we love the spring. Since spring has started, I can see what the squirrels have planted. That's really funny. We have tomatoes, little lilies. You know, I have some day lilies in my backyard that, man, they usually don't come up until like July, but they are ready to flower. Got the first peony for Mrs. Peaks2Plains in the backyard yesterday. Susan says it's a little bit hazy in Palmer Lake this morning. And Ann says, good morning, Matt and all. And Gail is watching from Wisconsin. Gail, thanks for watching from Wisconsin this morning. I've got our extended forecast coming up next. You're watching Peaks2Plains Weather and our big announcement still on the way. This is Mornings with Meister.
Emergencies are unpredictable, but you don't have to be unprepared. Peak Alerts sends you targeted emergency alerts in real time for the places that matter to you most, so you know what's happening and what to do next. Know first, act fast. That's the power of Peak Alerts.
This is John May, General Manager of Petrale Roofing, up on another customer's roof doing a free 21-point inspection. If you'd like us to take a look at your roof, give us a call today, 719-375-8773. We'd be happy to take a look and see the condition of your roof. Petrale Roofing, we're a Diamond certified TAMCO installer, which means we can offer a industry-leading 25-year workmanship warranty to give you peace of mind in the storm. Call Petrale Roofing, 719-375-8773. Schedule your free inspection today.
For over 20 years, my family, like so many of you, has proudly been part of Broncos country.
Every season, we feel the energy, passion, and commitment that defines this team.
And now we are honored to be the official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos.
Ramos Law. What makes us different makes us better.
At Phil Long Ford Motor City, we've been around for 80 years. That's like 560 in dog years.
To say thank you to our loyal customers, it's employee pricing for all. You pay what we pay. Our way of celebrating Colorado's 150th anniversary and America's 250th birthday.
American value for American values. You pay what we pay. Right, boys?
That's right. Only at the original Phil Long Ford store.
Alrighty, crew. Well, as we jump into the weekend here, we see the effects of some drier air coming in from the west. It is time for our extended forecast. And thanks for sticking with us here on Mornings with Meister. We've got this low coming up from the south. If some of you have just joined us, that will kind of impact our weather today, mainly into western Kansas and northeast Colorado, with keeping the severe weather threat there. That moves up to the northeast here over the next couple of days. We start to see a drying trend with air coming in from the west. A couple of storms around tomorrow, better chance of them moving out across the plains into the late part of the day and the evening. Friday is going to be really here. And then starting the weekend, there's an area of low pressure growing up out of old Mexico. That may put a couple of storms, just hit and miss type stuff, over the mountain areas on Saturday. I wouldn't cancel any plans around that. Sunday looks really, really quiet, a little bit of a ridge here, so our temperatures are coming back up. But notice this system off to the west here, this dip in the jet stream. That's going to ride overhead on Monday. It's going to bring in some moisture, and I think Monday will be a busier day in regards to thunderstorms. So as we move into the first weekend of June, our weather looks pretty nice. Check out what happens to the dew points here as we move through the next couple of days. I mean, we've still got water over eastern Colorado today. The heaviest, deepest moisture is out across Kansas. And so we'll keep storms around for the next couple of days. We head into Thursday and Friday. Still some lingering moisture around, but the warm air coming in from the west and the drier air in the mid-levels of the atmosphere reduces our storm chances. We head into the start of the weekend. We have that low coming up from old Mexico. We'll keep a couple of storms in the forecast, but I tell you what, I'm not really worried about outdoor plans here into the weekend, certainly in terms of washouts or anything like that. Our temperatures do come back up, though, here as we head toward the weekend. Monday, they'll drop a little bit with an increasing chance of storms. Might hit 90 in the Springs for the middle part of next week, then maybe cool back the late part of next week. Usually when that happens this time of year, that opens the door for some thunderstorm activity. Don't see it in the computer models as of right now, but don't be surprised if with time we see that change a little bit. So you get some heat in there, and then you get some cool as we move through the second week of June. For Pueblo, a chance of a thunderstorm, I think, is better early next week with that wave moving through compared to the rest of our forecast. We're probably dry today. Our chance of a storm tomorrow is not all that great. And so we'll keep an eye on all of that here as we move into next week. Mountain areas, chance of a storm today, chance of a storm tomorrow. Can't rule one out on Saturday, but the storms should be a little bit more noticeable in strength on Monday with that system coming in from the west. And then even over the mountains, you see that warmer stretch in the middle of next week before the chance of some cooler air here as we move into the back part of our extended forecast. I see some of you telling me that I was having a little bit of a mic static, so I have changed the mics there. Thanks for letting me know about that. I appreciate it. All right, crew, it's time for our big jump here. Who is joining Peaks2Plains Weather? Well, Mary and I are really, really excited to announce that Rachel Plath is joining Peaks2Plains Weather here, crew. She is a favorite of ours, and she is becoming part of the Peaks2Plains Weather team. We've been growing over the last 5 months here, now into our 6 months of our weather together. Rachel, of course, was at one of the other stations in town, kind of between Mary and I, and Rachel worked together a little bit at that station as well. She is a community favorite. She is a very intelligent meteorologist, a hard worker. Rachel graduated from Metro State University up in Denver. That's where I got my meteorology degree. And so Mary and I are very, very happy to have her join the team. We both just think very, very highly of her, and she is a very special person. She's a busy mom. She's raising young kids. And so she's going to help us kind of in a fill-in role if Mary or I are on vacation, or maybe over the weekends, or when the weather is particularly active. We will have her join our team and kind of come in here and be part of Peaks2Plains Weather. She is really, really excited about it, and we are so excited to have her. I hope you are excited about that as well. And yes, we've got people already. Sandy saying, woohoo! Welcome, Rachel. Gail says, awesome. Congratulations. Jody says, yeah, Rachel. And we're really, really excited to have her on the squad. Like I said, Anne says, yes, Rachel is so awesome. You can see that here. Julie saying, welcome, Rachel. So good to see all of you get so excited about that. Anna says, amazing news. Keep growing. So we're really, really excited here about Peaks2Plains Weather. We're just thankful for you, my friends. Wherever you are is where we want to be. And so thanks for your support. Thanks for counting on us to keep you and your family safe. And we are grateful for that opportunity. We do not take it lightly. And we thank you for trusting all of us here. And now Rachel added to the mix as well. Sherry is, I'm just getting excited about what you guys are saying this morning. Jeremy says it's fantastic news. Sherry says, thrilled for all your growth, the value off the charts here. We've got, is this Goob? Goob Anderson. All right, go with it. Love it. Happy Rachel is joining you all. Brad says that RP is awesome. And so this is great, crew. Fantastic news here. Let's see. Mike says awesome. And so there you go. We're real happy about that. And we're happy to have Rachel. She's excited to join the team. And we'll probably see her here sooner rather than later. So that's it for me today, crew. Remember to keep the Peaks2Plains Weather app handy. Later in the day, middle part of the day, I'll do an update on the thunderstorm chances here moving away from the mountains later on, as I said. And we'll keep you up to date on that, the drying trend for the weekend, and keep an eye on that Monday system and how significant our chance of storms looks. Have a great day. You're on Peaks2Plains Weather.
We don't know what the weather is going to be like around here. I do get really anxious during storms.
That's why they chose HailGuard. When performance leads, confidence follows. Backed by the first and only asphalt shingle system with a hail warranty.
That just gives us more peace of mind.
This is the only asphalt product on the market that has the manufacturer warranty targeting the hail damage, and it gives me a lot of confidence as a contractor.
Engineered for enhanced impact performance. Built to protect homes and reputations. HailGuard shingles. Built for hail.